In 2005, Priest's column in Muscular Development magazine received the following question. Hi Lee, my girlfriend weighs 36 pounds less than me, but her arms are bigger than my body. And the most embarrassing part is that she has almost the same strength as me on the alternate dumbbell curl. I can't go above 23 kilos dumbbells, while she can easily lift 20 kilos dumbbells. Can you tell me how to make my biceps bigger and stronger? Lee Priest's response is, asking me how to build big biceps is like asking Shaquille O'Neal how to increase my height to 6 feet 6 inches. If you know what a straightforward and honest person Lee is, you won't be surprised by this answer. Lee said that he felt very uncomfortable when he encountered people asking him for a magic program to get big biceps like his. He had exceptional genetics that were favorable for building muscle, and applying the general rules of bodybuilding was enough to give him arms that were much bigger than the average person's. Lee disagreed with the notion that small muscle groups needed far fewer sets than large muscle groups, saying, "The more sets I do, the bigger I get." On the biceps, 20 sets was the minimum for him. Most of the time it was between 25 and 35 sets. Of course, he didn't recommend such a high training volume if you weren't at his level, but he was always in favor of pushing himself to do more. The number of repetitions Lee Priest used for his biceps ranged from 6 to 10, and he was trying to get to the maximum weights that he could use good form. Here's his workout from the 1998 DVD. The Blonde Myth. He started with the incline dumbbell curl, one of the exercises that stretches the biceps best. He would hold the weights with her palms facing forward throughout the set because he was trying to supinate. He felt that it had a more direct effect on the biceps than starting the exercise by turning the wrists. He also preferred lifting with 2 dumbbells at the same time, rather than one right and one left. Lee Priest could go up to 70 pounds or 32 kilogram dumbbells in the incline dumbbell curl, where it was very difficult to steal from the movement because it was done sitting on a bench at a 45-degree angle. Each zone had a basic mass-building movement, and for the biceps, according to Lee, it was the standing barbell curl, which he says should be part of your program. Lift heavy, but never steal from the movement, he said. And when doing this exercise, he always lowered the weight slowly and in control, never fully extending his arms at the bottom of the movement and always squeezing his biceps at the top. According to Lee, barbell curls should only be used in straight sets and should never be part of a superset. The next movement was the alternate dumbbell curl, which he believed gave his biceps their spherical mass. This exercise was the opposite of the incline dumbbell curl. He performed the movement standing and lifted the weight by supination, that is, by turning his wrist, working each arm separately. The fourth exercise was the machine preacher curl. Lee said this power isolation movement was essential, sometimes with a flat bar, sometimes with an EZ bar, sometimes with a dumbbell, sometimes with a machine. The fifth exercise was the standing cable curl. In the barbell curl, the pressure on the biceps was reduced at some points of the exercise due to gravity. The biceps had no chance to escape, as the cable provided constant tension throughout the entire movement. Lee's final exercise was the horizontal dumbbell curl, which can be traced back to Eugen Sandow, who was awarded the Mr. Olympia Championship statue in the early 1900s. This movement, which he performed with his arms out to the side and held at shoulder level and could use very light weights, served as a finisher. Jay Cutler, a 4-time Mr. Olympia winner, first met Lee Priest when Lee was just 20 years old. He was the most insane bodybuilder I had ever seen in the flesh, Jay Cutler said of Lee Priest. Lee Priest was a special athlete. In 1997, he defeated Ronnie Coleman at Ironman Pro, Mr. Olympia, and the Grand Prix of Germany, Hungary, Spain. This concludes part 1 of the Superstar Workouts. See you in the next installment.